Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the INT Super Vegeta and just how good he is after his Extreme Z awakening. Now INT Super Vegeta is a pretty interesting unit. I would say his EZA is okay. I think it's good in some niche situations where it really excels, and I think overall it's not bad. I think it's decent. In terms of his Extreme Z Awakening, he's now a 100% type int lead, greatly raises attack and then raises his defense for one turn, causes supreme damage to the enemy and seals their super attack. He has Ki plus 2, 150% attack and defense, an additional attack and defense boost up to 150% based on the amount of HP remaining, an additional 50% attack and defense when performing a super attack, medium chance of performing a critical hit, and launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack when HP is 50% or more, and performs a critical hit when there's an android category enemy, and launches a guaranteed super attack when there's an enemy whose name includes Cell. He's on Super Saiyans, Royal Lineage, or Links are Super Saiyan, Royal Lineage, Prodigies, Saiyan Pride, Golden Warrior, Prepared for Battle and Fierce Battle. He's on Pure Saiyans, Full Power, Vegeta's Family, Super Saiyans, Worthy Rivals, Android Cell Saga, Rapid Growth, Gifted Warriors, Heavenly Events, Mastered Evolution, Power Beyond Super Saiyan. This Vegeta is decent. He's got 200k start of turn, roughly at full power, 200 to 220 depending on support, and depending on HP that can drop all the way down to around 180,000. He gains attack and defense on Super, so this is very, very important, and he also greatly raises his attack whilst also raising his defense. Vegeta is the kind of guy that can have over 400k defense with relative ease and consistency, but the big thing with Vegeta is he's just pretty simple. In reality, if you have a decent amount of health, you just see pretty decent performance by him. That's just how he feels. Attack stats can range anywhere from 5 million to 7.5 million depending on support and HP, and defensive stats before Super 180k to 220, and then roughly around 340 to around 420k after Super, obviously depending on how many Supers as well. Nice that he has crit chance and additionals built into his system, and he also has additional crits and chance against androids enemies. Because he's pretty niche, I do just like using him in his best situation. So when he faces Cell, I find him to be pretty good. He has those additional super attacks, those additional crits, and in general he'll look pretty good. Considering there's a future red zone now, where there is literally a first form Cell fight and a Android 17 and 18 fight, I think there's a good incentive to kind of use him in those situations, because basically any situation like that he kind of excels. The Cell Max fight he's also pretty decent in. There he's just proccing the guaranteed crits from the android, he doesn't get the guaranteed super, but overall it's pretty good. When HP does drop down, you do definitely see a drop in his performance, but I would say overall he's quite nice. His biggest issue is ultimately at the end of the day, he's more a second slot unit than anything else, and realistically he doesn't do anything that I would say is overtly exceptional. He has decent defense after Super, he has decent critical hits realistically, and yeah, I think overall he's good in terms of damage and he's good in terms of defense, but realistically you're only seeing an exceptional unit, or I would even say probably a great unit, when he's facing an android's unit or a Cell unit. In terms of build, I would definitely suggest building him with additionals. I think that maximizes both situations the best for him, but you can give him evasion as well. He's not really a unit that's ever going to stand up to a super attack. He's never going to really tank a super attack super duper well. So giving him evasion is not necessarily a bad thing, because the thing is that he's not going to have the ability to tank like a whole bunch of super attacks and that. So yeah, I would definitely say that there is scope to give him evasion if you want to. Maybe additionals and evasion. Link-wise, he follows the pretty standard Super Saiyan procedure. Prepared for battle, Super Saiyan, Golden Warrior. All of these things are pretty pivotal towards how well he does, and are pretty crucial towards assessing his performance. You can link level him. You don't gain a ridiculous amount. You mainly gain offense, but you can get close to the like 8 million mark if you do so. In general, I will say he's a good unit. He will thrive on certain teams against certain bosses, and that makes him good. He'll be nice in some SPR and ESPR as well. And I think overall he's a good unit, just not a great one. I think they could have done a little bit more with his EZA for me personally, but that's just how I feel. I don't think he's having the same impact when he first came out. He was quietly very impressive, and I think now they've just made him okay in the current meta. But yeah, still, either way, pretty cool unit, pretty fun guy, and yeah, that's gonna be it for me. So I will see you guys in the next video. If you need more help or you want to ask any questions, let me know, and till then, bye.